It's 3:17 in the morning. Again, she opened her eyes. The room was completely silent, but her mind wasn't. Tomorrow's meeting, the mortgage payment due next week, her mother's hospital appointment, the message her husband never replied to, the promotion she had worked so hard for, the future she could no longer picture. One thought after another, like waves crashing against the shore. She reached for her phone. The blue light filled the dark room. 3 hours until the alarm. She already knew she wasn't going back to sleep. She closed her eyes, trying to force herself to rest. Instead, her heart began beating faster. Not because anything had happened. Nothing had happened. That was the frightening part. Everything looked normal. Yet inside, something felt terribly wrong. She whispered to herself, "Why can't I just be happy?" If you've ever asked yourself that question, this story may change the way you see your own mind, because the person who changed her life once asked the very same question. Welcome to Lotus Lore. I'm Molly. Every story carries a hidden lesson. Every choice plants a seed for the future. Today, I'm going to tell the story of how a person who was tormented by panic attacks from childhood became one of the happiest people in the world. She was 32. She had everything she thought she was supposed to want: a stable job, a decent salary, an apartment she had spent years saving for, parents who loved her, friends who thought she was doing well. Yet every morning, she woke up exhausted, not because her body was tired, because her mind never stopped working. News notifications, emails, deadlines, bills, family expectations, social media. Every day felt like running on a treadmill. She was moving constantly, but never arriving anywhere. One afternoon, while sitting in another endless meeting, she suddenly realized she hadn't taken a deep breath all day. Not one. That evening, she stood in front of the bathroom mirror, looking at herself. She barely recognized the woman staring back. Dark circles beneath her eyes, a forced smile, a face that looked much older than 32. She quietly asked, "When did I become like this?" No one answered. Weeks passed, nothing changed, until one evening, an old university friend called. After listening quietly, her friend asked only one question. "When was the last time you gave your mind a chance to rest?" She laughed. "Rest? I don't even know how anymore." Her friend smiled. "Then, maybe, it's time someone teaches you." The breaking point came. On an ordinary Tuesday, she stared at the same email. Again and again, the words were clear, but nothing stayed in her mind. Someone asked her a question. She realized she had not heard a single word. That afternoon, she looked into the restroom mirror and whispered, "I cannot keep living like this." That night, she called her closest friend. After listening quietly, her friend said, "You do not need another holiday. You do not need another promotion. You need a chance to hear yourself again." A few days later, she took a week off, not to escape life, but to pause. She joined a meditation retreat. She knew almost nothing about meditation. She simply wanted one peaceful night of sleep. The retreat was simple: quiet paths, tall trees, morning mist. No phone, no deadlines, no expectations. On the second morning, everyone gathered inside a small meditation hall. Some looked exhausted, some looked anxious, some stared silently at the floor. Then a monk walked in. He smiled gently and said, "Many people come here looking for peace. I understand, because when I was 6 years old, peace was the one thing I could never find. She looked up for the first time. Her mind became completely still. When I was 6 years old, fear became my closest companion. The little boy sat quietly inside the monastery. Outside, prayer flags fluttered gently. Monks chanted ancient prayers. Everything looked peaceful. Everything except his mind. Without warning, his heart began pounding. Faster and faster. His breathing became shallow. His hands grew cold. His legs felt weak. He looked around. Nothing had changed. The monks continued chanting. Birds still sang outside. Yet inside, his whole world was collapsing. One terrifying thought filled his mind. I'm going to die. He wanted to call for help, but he couldn't explain what was happening. How could a 6-year-old child describe a fear that had no reason? The panic attack eventually passed, but the fear remained. Not fear of the world, fear of the next attack. Every morning, he wondered, will it happen again today? Sometimes it did, sometimes it didn't. The uncertainty became another prison. Back in the meditation hall, no one moved. The young woman listened quietly. She had never experienced panic attacks, but she understood the feeling of waiting for the next problem, waiting for the next email, waiting for the next bad news. Perhaps their fears were different, but suffering felt strangely familiar. One evening, the little boy sat beside his father. I do not want to feel this anymore. His father placed a small stone into his hand. Fear is like this stone. Your awareness is the hand holding it. The stone may feel heavy, but the hand is always larger. Then he said, watch your breathing. Whenever fear appears, do not fight it. Do not run. Simply notice that it is here. The young woman wondered, could something so simple really work? The monk smiled. I asked the same question. At first, nothing changed. Fear still appeared. His heart still raced. His father reminded him, do not stop your thoughts. Simply notice them. Then return to your breath again and again. Years later, Mingyur Rinpoche would explain it like training a little puppy. Imagine a tiny golden puppy, only a few months old. You tell it, stay. 1 second later, it runs away, chasing a loose thread. On the carpet, you gently bring it back. A moment later, it runs away again. This time, to chew your slippers. Again, you carry it back. Would you become angry? Would you think the puppy is broken? Of course not, because that is simply its nature. A puppy is curious, playful, and distracted. What it needs is not anger, not frustration, not punishment. It needs patience, gentleness, and someone who lovingly brings it back again and again. Each time, it learns just a little more. The mind is exactly the same. You are not trying to destroy your thoughts. You are not trying to become someone who never thinks. That is impossible. Each time you notice your mind has wandered and gently return, that is not failure. That is the practice. Every return strengthens your awareness. Little by little, he discovered fear was no longer the whole story. There was also the awareness. Watching it, fear came, fear stayed, fear left, like clouds crossing the sky. The sky never chased the clouds away. The young woman closed her eyes for one slow breath. For the first time, she felt a small space between herself and her thoughts. That small space felt like hope. Years passed. The frightened little boy kept returning to his breath again and again. Little by little, the fear lost its power. He did not become fearless. He simply stopped running away. Then, many years later, scientists invited Mingyur Rinpoche into a neuroscience laboratory. They wanted to understand what happened inside the brain of someone who had spent a lifetime training the mind. As he meditated, powerful scanners recorded every change. The results left the researchers speechless. His brain displayed extraordinary patterns linked to joy, compassion, inner peace, and emotional resilience. One scientist later remarked, it was unlike anything they had seen before. Some even called it the happiest brain they had ever measured. For thousands of years, meditation masters had spoken about transforming the mind. Now, modern science was beginning to see the evidence. The ancient teachings and the latest neuroscience were pointing toward the same truth. The mind can be trained, and a trained mind can change the way we experience life. For most of our lives, we believe happiness is something we must find: a better job, a bigger house, more money, more success. We keep chasing, thinking, one day, when everything finally falls into place, then I will be happy. But Mingyur Rinpoche says something very different. Happiness is not something you create. It is something you uncover. Imagine the sun hidden behind dark clouds. You do not create a new sun. You simply allow the clouds to pass. The same is true for your mind. Peace has always been here. Thoughts, fear, and anxiety are only passing clouds. The problem is not that thoughts appear. The problem is that we believe we are the thoughts. The moment you begin watching your thoughts instead of becoming your thoughts, something changes. The thoughts may still come, but they no longer own you. That is freedom. 3 months later, she was still working at the same office. The deadlines had not disappeared. Life had not become perfect, but something was different. When anxiety appeared, she noticed it. She took one slow breath. Sometimes she still forgot to practice. Sometimes her mind ran away. Again and again, she smiled and gently came back. Her friends simply said, "You seem calmer these days." Her parents said, "You smile more often." Not because life became easier, but because she was no longer believing every thought her mind was telling. Perhaps happiness never needed to be searched for. Perhaps happiness has been waiting for you to come home. Mingyur Rinpoche offered one piece of advice: practice watching your breath for 3 minutes each day. Do not begin with 3 hours. Do not begin with 30 minutes. Begin with 3 quiet minutes. Find a peaceful place. Sit down. Close your eyes. Bring your attention to your breath. Feel the air entering your nose. Then, leaving again, feel your body rise as you breathe in and soften as you breathe out. When thoughts appear, simply know they are here. When they leave, simply know they are gone. Do not judge yourself. Do not measure your progress. Every time you practice, you are watering the seeds of happiness. 3 minutes a day becomes 21 minutes a week, 90 minutes a month, more than 18 hours in a year. 18 hours of gentle, non-judgmental attention. Your brain will change. This is not wishful thinking. It is what neuroscience has discovered. You do not need to give up your family, your work, your dreams, or the life. You only need to quietly borrow 3 minutes from each day to return to yourself. Maybe the happiest person in the world is not someone who never suffered. Maybe it is someone who finally learned to stop running. And every journey begins the same way, with one breath. If you practice today, even for 3 minutes, leave a comment below. And if this practice changes your life, days, weeks, or months from now, come back and tell us what you discovered, because your experience may become the light that guides someone else home. May wisdom guide your soul. May peace make you whole.